My name is Becki Planchard. I'm the Senior Early Childhood Policy Advisor at the Department of Health and Human Services for North Carolina, and I direct our work on our Early Childhood Action Plan for the state. Where do I even start with how important Pathways work has been in the creation and development of our Early Childhood Action Plan? Mandy and Tracy have been helpful every step of the way, and all of the work that went into Pathways has directly informed the direction of our state's plan, from setting our goals to what types of recommendations that we're able to make. We are so thrilled to have Pathways support and leadership in our Early Childhood Action Plan, and we know that North Carolina's children are going to be better off because of the amount of thoughtful work that has gone into Pathways, and as a result into the Early Childhood Action Plan.
Kristin Guillory, Policy Advisor, Office of the Governor. In February, Governor Roy Cooper established the North Carolina Early Childhood Advisory Council and appointed a panel of experts to serve as advisors on early childhood education, health, and well-being for children from birth through age 8. Governor Cooper appointed this panel to emphasize the critical importance of early childhood development for building a strong workforce and economy for North Carolina. The council, which is chaired by North Carolina Health and Human Services Secretary Mandy Cohen, is currently supporting the development of a North Carolina Early Childhood Action Plan. This work benefits from the work of the Pathways to Grade Level Reading Initiative. The Pathways process has resulted in a set of measures and an action framework that provides a valuable and reliable source of information that is informing the development of the action plan and the work of the council. The council will continue to learn from, align with, and benefit from the well-designed Pathways recommendations.
Hi, I'm Henrietta Zalkind. I'm the Executive Director of the Dowdy's Partnership for Children in Rocky Mount, North Carolina. I'm also a member of the Governor's Leandro Commission, which is working with the educational consultant appointed by the court to craft a remedy and a settlement of this long-running school finance case. I am the Early Childhood Workgroup Chair, and we have been using the work of Pathways to inform our process and our recommendations to the full commission and to the court, and the work has been enormously helpful that's already been done through Pathways and so many stakeholders to help us stay focused on using an equity lens, staying focused on building the social and emotional skills of children, their families, and their teachers as the foundation of a sound basic education, and really using powerful, measurable strategies that will move us forward to ensuring that all children are launched as healthy lifelong learners by the end of the 3rd grade.
Hi, I'm Gerry, Cobb, Director of the Pritzker Children's Initiative, and we're the funder for the Think Babies Initiative in North Carolina. Our foundation is funding North Carolina to develop a policy agenda focused on high-quality services for infants and toddlers and their families. Part of the reason we chose North Carolina as the state we wanted to fund was a result of the great work already underway through the Pathways process. It's so impressive to see how much engagement there is from all of the Pathways stakeholders and how far you've come over the past few years. It was a great opportunity for the North Carolina Think Babies team to build upon the excellent work underway in Pathways, and the policies the North Carolina team has proposed are fully aligned with Pathways. I'm excited about the possibilities for what can be accomplished for babies in North Carolina through the Think Babies initiative, and the Pathways work will be an integral part of helping us get there. Hopefully we can soon call North Carolina the best place for babies and families to live.
Hi, my name is Michelle Ries. I'm a project director at the North Carolina Institute of Medicine, and I direct our Essentials for Childhood initiative, which is a public health framework for preventing child maltreatment and preventing and reducing adverse childhood experiences. The original recommendations out of the Essentials for Childhood Task Force focused very heavily on the impact that investments in early childhood will have on the health and well-being of of children and families throughout the course of their lives. So there has always been a very direct alignment with the goals and strategies of the Pathways to Grade Level Reading Initiative as well. Throughout the Pathways Initiative, we have been very involved in the design teams, the learning teams, a little bit more formally involved with helping with looking at the metrics that have been identified through Pathways and ensuring that the data sources and the metrics are the right ones to really measure how we're doing in all of these areas in the state. As we continue the next phase of work for Essentials, we're focusing a little bit more specifically on strategies for family-friendly workplace policies and for promoting economic mobility for families. So we will continue to align with the strategies and the goals of Pathways throughout our next phase of work as well. Across the board, it continues to be inspiring to come together with Pathways and the partners and the partner organizations that they have brought together and really reaffirm the state's commitment to the importance of investments in early childhood, because we all know the amazing impact that those investments can have. So I appreciate the opportunity to be involved, to continue to be involved, and I look forward to seeing what's next.
Hi, I'm Pam Dowdy, Executive Director with Wake County Smart Start, and I'm pleased to be able to share with you a bit about my experience working with the Pathways Initiative here in North Carolina to improve outcomes for young children. It's been a great process to be engaged in the actual work. I've learned a lot, but more importantly, I've really had the opportunity to bring this information back into our own community and integrate it into our strategic plan. That plan will guide our funding and our efforts over the next 3 years to improve outcomes for young children. And so I'm especially pleased that we have been able to expand these conversations, not just in our own organization, but with our community partners, particularly the public school system and our health and human services organizations.
Hi, I'm Kristy Teskey, Executive Director of myFutureNC. myFutureNC is a North Carolina education initiative where we are building out a comprehensive education plan from preschool through post-secondary and into our workforce, and showing all the integration in between all the education systems. We have been in partnership with Tracy Zimmerman and her staff at the North Carolina Early Childhood Foundation to ensure that the language that is going into the myFutureNC plan is in full alignment with the Pathways Action Framework. This alignment is extremely important as we all move forward in order to speak the same language so that people hear the same message over and over again about what is needed to create accessibility, high-quality education systems, and all with the lens of equity, ensuring that all of our students across the state, regardless where they live, their socioeconomic class, or the color of their skin, can move to and through our education system and find success on the other end. It has been an honor to work with the North Carolina Early Childhood Foundation and to align with the Pathways work. We are a strong supporter, and our hope is that as we all move toward implementation, that we continue to be an advocate and help lift up the work and the importance of our early childhood as we think about post-secondary success.